live. I was hoping that you guys could see my food. Dang. Y'all can't see the food. What can I do so that you guys can see this food I'm eating? Hold on. I just want to wait for some of you guys to come in here. But in the meantime, in between time, I want to get something propped up. Nah, nope. That's too much. Anywho. Maybe I could bring the camera down some. Hold up. So you guys can see what's on my plate. Okay, that's a little better. Such a tight little spot. And we are live. So, I'm gonna say my grace, and then I'm gonna start getting it in. Thank you, Lord, for this food. Bless the hands that prepared it. May it be used for the nourishment of my mind and my body. In the name of Jesus. Okay. Try and wait for some of y'all to get in here. As you guys can see from the title, I'm going to be reacting to a video that Adrienne did about a year ago. And it's titled Mental Health Awareness. So I had actually did a whole video and edited it and everything about 2 days ago. What's today? Today is Friday. So that was on Wednesday when I actually did the video. And that's the food I got, y'all. I realized that I uploaded the wrong video. So I decided that I would just go live and do a reaction to the video while I'm on live with you guys. Let me tell you all what I have on my plate, what I'm eating. I'm going to do a mukbang while we are watching this video that Adrienne did about a year ago on mental health. So on my plate, I have some chicken tenders that I fried. And this is some bok choy, which is also known as Chinese cabbage. And I made my own honey mustard sauce. So I used mustard. What else did I put in it? Mustard, syrup, hot sauce. And it was this, I forgot, I meant to bring the sauce over here so you guys can see what it is, but it's like a fish, like a taco sauce. Not taco, it's like a, like sort of like a tartar sauce, but it's not a tartar sauce. But you can use it for like chicken and fish and stuff like that. So I put that in there and I just mixed it all together and it tastes delicious, y'all. I mean, when I tell y'all it is delicious, it is absolutely delicious. But I said my grace already. I'm gonna go ahead and get it in. But let me go ahead. I'm gonna start playing the video for you guys so y'all can hear it. Let me pause this. So those of you that are just joining, this right here is a video that Adrienne did about a year ago, and she was hey Triple L, she was talking about mental health. And in this video, she actually admitted to having some mental health issues. So I'm going to play the video and I'm going to give my commentary on it as the video goes along. And then we could chop it up together in the comment section. But as I'm doing this, I'm gonna have my dinner.
I'm having some issues with my little photo studio, and the picture's a little lopsided. Okay, so just try not to focus there, guys, because I really have some important information I want to get out there about mental illness. Okay, guys, this is going to be a video, somewhat tutorial about mental illness. Stay tuned. All right, everybody.
Can y'all hear it?
I just want to say a few things just to clear a few things up. I know a lot of you are really going in on me, talking about mental illness, and I need to get back on my meds. This lady is psychotic. This lady is a maniac. This lady is, you guys are just saying a whole bunch of stuff. Please excuse the outside sounds, guys. I do have the windows open. It's kind of warm. It's an ice cream truck by. But anyway, that's fine. Okay. I know that ever since my sister put it out there that I have mental illness, a lot of you have been coming to my channel and running with that. It's a lot of followers in this world. And I was taught that as a young kid, that there's followers and leaders in this world. And I was always taught to be a leader, not a follower. So all I'm saying is, a lot of you are followers. That's it. A lot of you are leaders, but a lot are followers too. And just jump on the bandwagon.
Why is she calling people followers? Is she talking about the fact that her sister put it out there that she has some sort of mental illness? I don't know. Let's keep watching.
Just, that's all you know. Ignorance. Just ignorant. And it is what it is. But today's video.
At Hackensack Meridian Health, we're here to help you make the best decisions for your health. So if you postponed a procedure or surgery,
it's meant to at least educate some of you people to a higher degree. So at least the next time you come at a person, understand that mental illness is real and it's very serious. Before you start throwing stones and throwing daggers, ain't none of you motherfuckers God, okay? Can't none of you bitches judge me or the next individual. Society does that enough. And the sad part is mental illness comes in so many common forms that a lot of you motherfuckers out there don't even know that you may be mentally ill.
Let me just say this. Adrienne has a point right there. There are so many people in this world that don't know that they are mentally ill because they haven't been to a psychotherapist or a psychologist or a mental health specialist or whatever the case may be. Everyone walks around thinking that they are perfectly sane because they are functioning in life, doing things like normal every day. Hold on, that was a little spicy. So, what I get from her right here at this part is that so many people come at her, judging her and talking about how she's mentally ill. She has thousands of people telling her that she's mentally ill. And some of those thousands of people might be mentally ill themselves. Right? Let's keep watching.
So, okay, guys, excuse the outside sounds, but I just want to give you all some history state some facts, give you all some statistics about mental illness so that the next time you come for me or anybody else, at least y'all will have some facts and know how to come for a person instead of just coming with pure ignorance, you know. So, a mental disorder, also called a mental illness or psychiatric disorder, is a behavioral or mental pattern that causes significant, excuse me, let me get it right, that causes significant distress or impairment of personal functioning. Such features may be persistent, relapsing, or remitting, or occur as a single episode. Many disorders have been described with signs and symptoms that vary widely between specific disorders. Such disorders may be diagnosed by a mental health professional. Okay. Other names that people call mental illness: bipolar, anxiety, PTSD, OCD, depression, breakdown, psychiatric disorder, nervous breakdown, schizophrenia.
Let's talk about some of these mental disorders that she just pointed out. The first one that stood out to me was anxiety. How many of you guys in the comment section, and be honest, suffer or has suffered from anxiety? Okay? I know I do. I get anxious about things a lot. It could be something that is happening in my personal life that would just trigger it. Now, does it cause me to behave the way that Adrienne does online by going on YouTube or Facebook or any social media platform and blasting my family or my close friends or loved ones, my man or whoever? Does it cause me to do that? Absolutely not. But the fact still remains that anxiety is a mental disorder. Okay? She mentioned OCD. How many of you knew that OCD was a mental disorder? I bet most people didn't know that. I think that me personally, I'm a little bit OCD because there's certain things that in my house, even at my salon, certain things got to be a certain way. That's a mental disorder. So I'm not playing this video today to make Adrienne look bad or bash her or anything like that. I'm playing it because she came through with some serious information, with some facts, and I wanted to educate my audience as well. So let's keep listening.
Agitation, anxiety, depression, mania, paranoia, psychosis. Some causes of mental illness is genetic and environmental factors. Okay. And I just want to say that it's definitely true about it being environmental, because my personal issue with mental illness started when I went to prison. And that's why in that video to my sister that I made the last video, and when I asked her, how did you know about my mental illness? Was it something that I told you? Was it something that you heard? It was something that she heard. And it was something that I'm going to tell you. She don't have any receipts or know anything different than what I'm about to tell you all. Okay? So my issues started when I went to prison. Okay? I was very upset naturally to be going to prison. Who wouldn't be? Okay.
Right.
I was angry. I fought a lot, and they diagnosed me for having mental issues. I was a fighter. I was mad, If that's what having mental issues are, so be it. That's what it was.
So before I watched this video, hold on. I said to myself, something's going on with Adrienne mentally. And it could be from some type of past trauma or something that she went through. And it dawned on me that she went to prison. Now, I don't know how long she spent in prison, or how much time she spent in prison, I should say. But anytime anybody has to go someplace and be confined, locked in for a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, a year, 2 years, it's going to affect you mentally. Because naturally, that's not what you're used to. You're used to being free and coming and going, as you please. So imagine your life just changing in an instant, where you are locked up, confined, and someone has thrown away the key, and you can't leave until they tell you to leave. What is it going to do to you? Let's keep listening.
But after I was isolated, I would say that the mental illness transformed into depression. Okay, pretty much. So I was medicated for it, and I was okay until I got out. And then I pretty much self-medicated. But I do, like, if I feel like I have symptoms, I do get medication. And I actually have medication right now here.
And when she says self-medicate, we know what she's talking about when she say self-medicate. So just imagine what she's going through every day in her mind. She has to self-medicate because so many things is going on in her mind. Luckily, when I went for therapy, I didn't have to my doctor, well, he wasn't even a doctor. He was a mental health specialist or mental health. He wasn't a doctor. He was a therapist. When I went, I didn't have to see the psychiatrist because after the initial visit where they ask you a bunch of questions about, yourself pretty much, they can determine if you need to see the psychiatrist and be put on some medication. Thank God, I wasn't in that state of mind to where I needed to be on medication. So I wasn't diagnosed with any type of mental illness, but according to my therapist, But as we're listening to what Adrienne is saying, anxiety is a form of mental illness. And like I said, I still suffer from anxiety now. Like it could be something as small as, let me see. Excuse me. So, for instance, the situation that happened to me the other day where there was a miscommunication with me and my client. I started to feel my anxiety creeping. I started to get anxious after that incident. So, it could be something really small that would trigger anxiety in me or in anyone who suffers from anxiety. And I didn't start experiencing this until I got older. I think it's because I've become more of a worrywart. You know what I mean? When you get older, you start to worry about things more. And I just believe that that's what happens when we worry. Anxiety, just like, it's like a racy feeling in your chest. Your heart is just beating really fast. Your mind is racing, is going all over the place. You're sweating. It's just a lot. So when this starts to happen, you just got to calm down and take deep breaths. But let's finish listening to Adrienne. I'm not reading you guys' comments right now. I'm going to wait till after I finish playing this video, and then I'm going to read you guys comments from my iPad. But let's finish listening to what Adrienne has to say. The video was almost over.
But the thing is, it's important to recognize when you have symptoms. Mm-hmm. So if you've dealt with it for a while, you should recognize your symptoms. And you should recognize when it's time to take your medication. Mm-hmm. Okay? So the types of mental illnesses are anxiety disorders, mm-hmm. eating disorders, mood disorders, neurodevelopmental, personal, and psychotic disorders. Okay. Treatments are psychotherapy and taking medications. Some medications.
Who could have known that the smallest changes could make the biggest impact? You did.
Include antidepressants, antipsychotics, mood stabilizers, and stimulants. Okay, I'm just going to stop for there. I'll be right back. Common mental disorders include depression, which affects about 300 million people.
300 million people.
Bipolar disorder, which affects about 60 million. Dementia, which affects about 50 million.
That's a lot.
And schizophrenia and other psychosis, which affects about 23 million people globally. Stigma and discrimination can add to the suffering and disability associated with mental disorders, leading to the various social movements attempting to increase the understanding and challenge social exclusion. If you need for that to be broken down, Google some shit. Just Google it. I basically just needed to bring some light, shed some light, about mental illness, because I did mention that you shouldn't be followers out there, guys. Google can pretty much teach you anything. Google some things before you just come out saying shit, because it makes you look really stupid. So, and ignorant, just because someone says something, you shouldn't just jump on the bandwagon. You people don't know me. You don't know me. I get a little hyper sometimes, move around a lot. Sometimes, yeah, I do. Sometimes I be really excited.
Yeah.
Sometimes I be anxious. I do have my different issues and my different mood swings and different mood. I do have mental illness. And more than a few ways. And like I say, I have medication, and I do take it, you know, if I need to. I really do. Yeah, I do, guys. But I just don't really feel like you people trying to come for me because of someone else, someone who really don't know as much as you guys do. I really don't think that's cool. So if you're gonna come for me, at least now, I've given you some tips.
Yeah.
And have shed some light on mental illness and have given you some facts and statistics.
Okay, so earlier I was saying, I was wondering why was she calling people leaders? I mean, followers. And the reason I'm hearing now, I watched the video before, but I didn't really pay attention to it, to what she was saying. And like, you know, in depth, you know, I didn't really, y'all get what I'm saying. And so listening to it now, what I'm getting from why she said early on something about people shouldn't be followers is because Adrienne wanted people to hear from the horse's mouth what she deals with mentally, not what B-Love was saying, her sister was saying. She wanted them to hear from the horse's mouth. You know what I mean? Because apparently, whatever it was that B-Love had said on her platform in terms of her sister dealing with mental illness, she didn't hear it from her. She heard it from another family member or friend or whoever, I don't know. But Adrienne's point was that she wanted people to not listen to what her sister's saying and just take it and run with it, but get it directly from her. That's what I got from it. I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's my interpretation. If you guys got a different interpretation, you could leave the comment in the comment section. I'm gonna read you guys' comments in a few seconds, but give me a second. This video is almost over.
You know, to be, you know, loaded with or have some ammunition, you know, the next time you try to come for anybody, know what the fuck you talking about. Okay? So, yeah. At the end of the day, I feel like a lot of you may suffer from mental disorders and don't even know it.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's very common. You can be depressed.
Depression,
all right,
a mental disorder.
Or just have anxiety.
Anxiety.
You know, you can just be in a situation, car accident, anything that just have you anxious or, you know, have you like you just can't be still or can't think straight or whatever and just have anxiety. And just a lot of people, they'll just think it's just that, anxiety. And it can be anxiety, but it's also considered a mental illness. So think about the shit you say.
Yeah.
Before you say it, know what you're saying. Okay? So, yes, I felt like it was important to shed a little bit of light about mental illness and to let you all know I'm not ashamed. Okay? There it is. Okay. Thank you all for watching. See ya.
So.
Hello, this is Dr. Joseph Underwood.
What I have to say about this is, number one, Adrienne, if you watch this video, or if you are watching, I commend you. That was very brave And it takes a lot of courage for someone who's being ridiculed and bashed daily on the internet, on YouTube, on social media, to come up and admit that you suffered or suffer from some sort of mental illness due to the fact that you spent some time in prison. I don't know if maybe these days that she's been doing the things that she's doing is because she's having some type of episode and she don't have her meds. I don't know. We don't know. Maybe that's why. But here's the thing. I think that we as content creators, we as the people who are also just supporters that's just watching everything that's going on with her, instead of bashing her and downing her and disrespecting her in the comment section and coming for her, maybe offer up some encouragement. Maybe start praying for her. Maybe be a little more empathetic. Maybe be a little more sympathetic. For real. Instead of following behind her brother Walt, calling her nutso and all this other stuff, pray for her. Encourage her. That video we just watched, told us a lot. Told us a lot of what we need to know. You know? And maybe that's why B Love is always so forgiving of her, because she knows what her sister is dealing with. Listen, there is no way a person could be in their right state of mind doing the type of things that she does. There's no way. No way. Now she's down there in Florida, going to strangers' houses, stopping strangers on the street, asking them questions about, natural body versus plastic surgery bodies. Like, it's a lot going on. Hold up, guys. My leg is getting cramped up here. Oof. All right. So, it's a lot going on in her mind. And hold on one second, guys. My leg is getting cramped up sitting in this seat like this. Hold on. I just got to stretch it out a little bit. It's a lot going on in her mind, y'all. Like, let's all just stop with the nutso crazy, like making statements like that about Adrienne. I know I'm going to stop. I believe I've said it, a time or two. But after I watched that video, and then watching it again right now with you guys and breaking it down and dissecting it and really, really getting into it, we gotta stop. We gotta stop looking down on people who are suffering with mental illness. Like, it's a serious thing. It's not something to play with. It's not something to make fun of people. We're all adults. Let me tell y'all something. Most of my subscribers, most of my supporters here on this channel are, when I looked at the analytics to see what my audience consists of in terms of like age, most of my supporters, I can't remember the exact ages, but it says something like between the age of 40 and up or something like that. I know it wasn't a whole bunch of young people. And with that being said, that means that most of you guys that's looking, that come in the comment section and make statements about her and her mental health, y'all know better. And some of y'all might have a mental illness too. Just like she said. So I decided that after watching that video that she made, me personally, I'm no longer going to have the thought process of this woman, this black woman. I'm no longer going to have a negative thought process of her in her mind. Instead, I'm going to keep her in my prayers, and hopefully, prayerfully, her and her sister, all of her siblings, her brother, and I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Yeah, my curls is popping. And I'm going to say it again. I really believe that Adrienne loves hard. And when she don't get the same thing in return, it triggers her. You know? That's what I believe. It triggers her, and instead of her handling it in a way that someone who doesn't suffer from any type of mental illnesses or mental issues or whatever the case may be, instead of her handling it like that type of person, she handles it the way that she knows how. She lash out. She's down there in Florida by herself. And she probably down there bugging out. So, can y'all please thumbs up this live? I see we got over 40 people in the chat. I have 22 thumbs up. If you guys can just jump out really quick. Hit the thumbs up the video if you like this video. Do something, thumbs it up, thumbs it down, do something. Just, so that the video can, gain some traction in the YouTube algorithm. Y'all know how this thing works. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna look in the comment section, see what you guys are saying.
What are you saying?
Sorry, let me turn this down.
Yes to pasta sauce. Men saying yes to Italian.
Turn that down. And I'm going to read you guys' comments I didn't really want to come on here and stay too long, but I had to bring that video to y'all because I just wanted to let you guys see a different side of Adrienne. And to share the information that she brought forth on her platform. So go ahead and thumbs up this video. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read the comments. Triple L, I saw that earlier. Hey, James Hudson, I see you in the chat. Triple L says, a lot of times people are diagnosed and inappropriately treated. Children with ADHD are given Ritalin, which usually advances to cocaine use. Wow, I didn't know that. That's something. I didn't know that. Triple L also says, I get anxious at times, but thankfully I have a great support system. That's beautiful, Triple L. I'm glad to hear that you have a great support system because, you know, with any type of mental illness or mental issues or whatever, we as people, we need people that's going to be around us to support us and, you know, love on us and not make us feel like an outcast or, you know, just like throw us to the side. A lot of homeless people are mentally ill and they've been casted out and thrown to the side by their friends and family because I don't know why, but they have. But a lot of those people have some type of mental illness. They're not just laying out on the street because they want to lay out on the street. Something is going on up here in they head that led them to being in that position. I didn't know that this live was going to turn into a whole mental illness topic because I do have, I'm going to be talking about this again. I have a cousin who, she's certified in dealing with stuff like this. Excuse me. And I'm going to be bringing her to the platform soon so that she can talk to you guys about this. And also, it's a young lady that is one of my supporters. Her name is Yolanda. She's going to come on the platform as well. It's going to be, you know, a couple of us just on, you know, the camera at one time. And we're going to talk about this because this is something that needs to be talked about amongst us. And we gotta take action. We can't just talk about it. We gotta take action. Action means going to therapy. That's the action that's needed. Lunice says, truth is many people have some form of mental illness. Exactly. Lunice says she's not wrong. James Hudson says, Letitia, as a black man, I'm triggered by the images of George Floyd or Ahmaud Arbery. I have to turn that off, the trial. It's bad for my mental health. You know what? I watched a little bit of the George Floyd trial one day. I think it was last week. I can't watch that either. I'd rather just wait to hear the verdict. I don't want to watch that because, you know, they're trying to say that this man OD'd off some drugs when the whole world saw this white guy, this police officer, a man that's supposed to protect and serve us with his knee and his neck until he passed out. Lenise says, mental illness is an array of conditions. Mrs. Jones says, I'm late, but I finally caught a live. Hi, Mrs. Jones. Glad to see you here. Pam says, hello, I have a very high anxiety, and it's no joke. I pray for all of us every day. Thank you, Pam. Tamika McDaniel says, retiring from the Army after 23 years, I have been diagnosed with PTSD, severe depression, and anxiety. I take it day by day. My heart and prayers go out to you, Tamika. Pam says, I'm the same way, Letitia. The smallest thing triggers me. Negative news, reports, worry about family or friends, situations, upcoming doctor's appointments. I'm 52. Now it's getting worse. The older we get, the worse it gets. Period. That's just the way I don't know. Maybe because the older that we get, the more serious we are about life. You know, when you're young, life is just fun. And that's it. It's just like, you're not even thinking about the next day. Well, as a matter of fact, you are thinking about the next day. You're thinking about having fun the next day. But when you get older, things are a little more serious. And you got to take it serious. You know, the older you get, the closer you are to death. And you start thinking about those things more. I know I do. James says, Letitia, growing up in the hood, seeing murders and violence and police brutality, a lot of black men are suffering from PTSD and have some sort of mental anxiety. Absolutely. Dee Meyerson says, yeah, it's sad. She needs help. The thing she's doing is screaming, help me. Even with her encounters with these strangers it's deep and sad. Absolutely. Guys, thumbs up the live, please. Let's get the engagement up. It's 50 people in the chat. If you could do me a favor and just pop out and just hit the thumbs up, that'd be greatly appreciated. Hi, Amalia. Dee Meyerson says, for some reason, I think she's crying out for help to be loved, but she doesn't know how to just talk to her. Instead, she attacks her, and maybe that's why Be Love doesn't say anything, because she knows. Linda Williamson says, this got me crying. Lord have mercy. Oh my God, Linda. You have a good heart. That's all I can say. You have a good heart. You have a loving heart. If you could sit here and listen to this live and hear the concern coming from me just through the screen, and it affects you emotionally, then you have a good, pure heart, and God bless you. Dee Meyerson says, it's wrong with her big sister. If you watch other vids with her and Be Love, she seems more happy back then having Be around. She's crying out for help, but don't know how to go about it. Annette says, Annette says, her name is Annette Gang. She says, your hair color is so pretty. Just pray for them. Thank you, Annette. I appreciate that. Mrs. Jones says, mental illness runs in my family, so I know it firsthand. Mrs. Jones, let me tell you something. Mental illness runs in my family too. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Dee Meyerson says, I have a sis that is bipolar, and she was happily married for the last 5 years, and something triggered her. She's now divorced and doesn't take her meds. She refuses to get help. I'm the only sibling at that. Wow. I'm praying for your sister, D. Myerson. Prayers going up for your sister. Let's pray for D. Myerson's sister. Let's pray for everybody, because God knows we all need it. Especially, you know, in the time that we're in now with this whole pandemic situation. I know that, you know, during the height of the quarantine, I was definitely depressed. Like, I know I was depressed because the motivation that I had for pushing my business and, you know, making sure that my business thrived, it just all left me. I had no motivation to go to work or anything. I just wanted to go to the salon, service my clients, and come back home and get in bed. So, yes, we all need prayer right now. We all need to come together. We just need each other. We need each other more than you know. Quick PS Tut says, therapy is also a stigma in the Black community, especially 40 and over. It's okay to get help. A strong Black woman is oftentimes a hurt Black woman. Absolutely. And you know what they say about hurt people? Hurt people hurt people. Hurt people know no other way. They don't know any other way. So, of course, naturally, it's going to be a natural thing to hurt other people. Not like intentionally, it just happens naturally. It's not intentional. I really don't think it's intentional. It's natural. It happens naturally. Pam says, I'm going to just stop watching her. Not being mean. I truly understand she's going through. But it's just negativity that is not good to hear and watch. I'm praying for her. We all need love. Absolutely. Lou J 2020 J says, hair is really beautiful today. I love it. Yes, mental illness is very common. I suffer from OCD. It's very life altering. Thank you for the compliment, Lou. I appreciate it. Mrs. Jones says, medication is key. When my uncle was on his meds, he was the sweetest man I knew. But when he wasn't taking them, trust me, we all knew he wasn't taking them. Take your meds, people. If you are suffering from any type of mental illness, take your meds. Tony Alston says, talk about Kevin Samuels on the Joe Budden podcast. I haven't seen that, Tony. I have to catch up on that. I haven't seen it. I have to catch up on it. But guys, make sure you please do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up. That's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to come on and share that information that our sister, Miss Adrienne Slays, shared on her platform about a year ago. I had heard a few people in my comment section, well, not heard, but read from a few people in my comment section saying that she had admitted to having mental illness or whatever. And, but I never saw it for myself until the other day. I just happened to be, you know, scrolling through, excuse me, her her channel, and I came across the video. I lost train of thought. I'm sorry, guys. So it prompted me to want to do a reaction to it, and hopefully this video will shed some light on her situation, and hopefully it will prompt more people, us as people, as Black people, as sisters and brothers in God and Christ or Allah or whoever it is that you serve. We're all brothers and sisters, no matter what God it is that you serve. It would just prompt us to understand her more and not bash her and ridicule her and make her an outcast, but embrace her and pray for her and understand her. Okay? I got a few more comments that I want to read, and then I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. We're already at 55 minutes and 59 seconds. So Brenda V says, Adrienne says she was in the mental institution side of prison because she was so angry and wanted to fight anybody. Can you blame her? Being locked away like that? Like, I mean, I know people commit crimes, and when you commit a crime, you gotta pay for it, but you're still locked away like an animal. Period, point blank. Brenda also says, now she's concentrating solely on the new interview and will be saying some interesting things tonight, and will be doing her interview this weekend. Well, whatever she's going to say in the interview, that's neither here nor there. Let's still just continue to pray for her. B-Love knows her sister is impulsive and unpredictable. B-Love has a brand to protect and an image to uphold. Excuse me. B-Love is a good person, and she just knows it's a huge risk to get involved with her sister. Yeah, I could understand that. I could understand that. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. But before we get out of here, y'all like my t-shirt? It has the name of my salon logo on it. And I do sell these if you are interested in purchasing one. I'm going to put my email address in the chat. This is my email address. It's Letitia718@gmail.com. Thank you, Brenda. Brandy, I don't know anything about a boyfriend. I have no idea. I don't know anything about a boyfriend. But if you're interested in getting one of these t-shirts with my salon logo on it, yeah. So Betty White says the boyfriend took his butt back home. Well, he don't live with her, so I guess he had to go home. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Tap the notification bell right next to it. Comment, share, and like this video. And with that being said, as always, peace, love, hair grease. Bye, guys.